Agents, it's Manny. Iron Horse can be a bit unforgiving to new players, so in this video I'll break down the 2 front DPS positions on Boss 4 of the Iron Horse raid. I'll quickly show you my builds, then where you need to go and what you need to do in all 4 phases of the fight. Before we start, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and ding that notification bell so you know when there's new videos. And if you're looking for someone to game with, you can find me and other players in the Militia Discord server. The link is in the description below. Alright, so for my build, we're running sharpshooter specialization for headshot damage. We have an M1A1 with boomerang, rifle damage with damage out of cover, and for mods, we're actually running scope headshot damage for long range, extra 5 rounds, crit on the actual underbarrel. Now for a secondary, which actually is my primary, but I'm running a P416 with InSync. We use a turret on this, so it actually works out really well. It's almost god rolled. I would love to have a FAMAS, very same thing with InSync, but I don't. This one has all crit hit chance. We have the extended round, crit chance, because we want to be capped at the 60% crit hit chance. Now for my mask, I have a Walker Harris. Now this is not a min max. This is what I have. These are the best pieces I have to get me the stats that I need. So you get 5% weapon damage, and ideally here you want crit hit chance. I have a crit hit damage mod on it. For my chest, I'm running Obliterate. Focus is probably a better one for you to have, simply because it does more damage, but it's having it scoped in all the time bugs me, especially in this one with the mortar rounds, and while you're scoped in, you can't see on the ground. So I like Obliterate. That works for me. It's Fenris, which is nice to get the assault rifle damage plus Obliterate, and as you can see here, this is TU11, so it actually has 25. It stacks up 25 times as opposed to the 15 that it used to. For my holster, we got Seska for the crit hit chance. It's god rolled, which is nice. Backpack, we got Overlords. Obviously, it's not the best one to have, but it has really good rolls on it. So we put crit hit damage mod on it with Vigilance. And then we obviously have our Contractor gloves, which are god rolled, which is nice. And then a set of Fox knees, which are almost god rolled, so they're pretty close. Of course, we're going with Revive Hive and our assault turret. So now if we look at our stats, the most important thing we're trying to do is max out our crit hit chance. Now this is holding the rifle, which doesn't have a muzzle brake that we can put a crit hit chance mod on. So if we switch weapons to our assault rifle, we'll see where crit hit chance capped, which is great. That's what we want to be. And we have 138% crit hit damage, 75% headshot damage, and so 116 for weapon damage. All in all, not too bad. You want to make sure you have your main weapon has a 60% crit hit chance because we are running Obliterate. That's it. All right, on to the tips and tricks. If you're the front right DPS, as soon as your team's ready to head out of the garage doors, you're going to head out and go right to the right. The first thing we want to do is set up our turret. So we're going to run down towards the doors we're defending. And we'll stop here to set our turret up. I'm going to drop it in this one spot right here. It's on top of this bale behind this box. The reason we do this is, first, it's got a good line of sight for the door we have to defend, which is here, and you can see an enemy popping out right now. And the snipers, which also pop up here. The last reason we put it behind the box is because at boss phases, the boss can be running around, and we don't want to do any DPS to the boss because we don't want to phase early. So this will prevent the turret from locking onto the boss and shooting the boss. Once the turret's set up, we're going to walk back behind the crucible, and we're going to stay back behind the crucible. So this is where we're going to kill all the enemies coming out of the door. Also, be careful. Here's a sniper up top. Make sure we take out the snipers first, and anyone that gets away from us. Really not much else to this side. Other than every once in a while you want to turn around, help the RPG guy. When you're not doing anything, look around, see if anyone else needs help with DPS, and help out. But for the most part, you're going to be focused on that door and making sure that door is there's going to be basically 3 enemies that come out of it on phase 1. You got a yellow, a red, and a purple. And the crucible gives you great cover. You start to take too much damage, make sure you right peek with the scope out so they can't really shoot you, but you get a good view on the enemies. The other thing I want to make sure I mention is you gotta watch out for the main chain gun behind you. That's actually the tank uses to destroy the train cars. It will actually strafe to the right once in a while, and so what you want to do is just stay on the right side of the crucible when that happens. So besides the guys coming out of the door, the snipers, the last thing you have to worry about is the chungus. There's going to be 2 on the left and 1 on the right, so it's going to go left, right, and then left. So right now we got dealing with the first chungus, which is the left chungus. I helped out. I don't need to necessarily, but I can. You should if you're not doing anything. But your first priority is making sure the enemies at your door do not run by. Make sure you take care of snipers on your side. And between guys, you can actually help with the RPG guys in the back right. Get right back to your door. Don't wander off too far. It's a good idea not to get blinders on and just focus on your door. Know what's going on in the phase. So for this round, the first round of phase, the RPG guys have to take the main bullet that's going into the main gun, and then they have to take out all 4 mortars. Right now you can see I'm helping DPS the last mortar down. Now it's phasing, and we're all going to run to the middle. The other important thing is make sure you get ammo right here. It's the best place to get. It's the only place to get ammo, and you won't be able to get it at the beginning of the round. You have to get to your spot, and you're gonna be stuck over there. So there's no way to get ammo. Once the artillery is all done firing, you're actually gonna head towards the. You're gonna run to the left this time, but it's still the right side. You want to make sure there's 2 enemies that come out. There's a shotgunner and a medic. So you want to take the shotgunner out first, and then work on the medic. Once he's down, we're gonna run over and put our turret back down. And we get our turret down. And as you can see, the guy didn't stop to fight the turret because I didn't have it down yet. We get right back behind the crucible, and we stay and hang out here. Once again, same thing. Watch the enemies coming out the doors, a couple different ones this time. Watch the snipers help with the RPGs. There are no chunguses, so you don't have to worry about them. And then so what's going to happen with this one, for this one, the phase, the boss is out now. This is why it's important to have the turret behind the box. You don't want to DPS the boss because the round will phase when the boss takes 3 bars of damage. So what has to happen before that time is the RPG guys have to take the bullet out again before it goes in the main gun. Otherwise, it's a wipe. So they have to take the bullet out first. Then we are going to DPS the boss down for 3 bars. But in the meantime, all I have to do is watch the guys coming out of my door and then take out snipers. That's it. Real easy. There are a couple things, though, to watch out for. One being is if the boss aggro's on you and she comes over near your turret, make sure you dismantle your turret. Don't let your turret start unloading on her because you could phase early and wipe the whole group. The other thing is you can see in front of me right now, it's hard to see. It's hard to see that, but that was artillery. On the right hand side, it's tough to see because the ground is red. So usually there's a big red marker that says the mortar is going to land on you. You want to get out of that, and you'll see in a minute. I'll play through it, and you'll see me get hit by the mortar. You can see me strafe to the left. And you can see the crucibles actually turn red, targeted by the mortar. I don't get out in time, and I get hit by it. You got to be careful because it's going to actually kill you. Luckily, my healer actually took care of me right there. Now we're getting low. The boss is getting low, and he's going to be phasing pretty soon. They actually took the bullet out, so now they told all the DPS to actually start shooting the boss to phaser. So we're going to take down 3 bars now. Now it's time to get to the middle. You can see the artillery starting to come down. Phase 3 is identical to phase 2, so I'm going to skip ahead and go to phase 4, which is pretty much like phase 1, but with a couple different things. So let's go to that. All right, so phase 4 starts off just like phase 2 and 3. Basically, you're going to head to the left, and you're going to DPS a couple of ads that come out. Shotgunner first, then take care of the medic. Now, you will notice there's a second armor bar now on the top, up right below the boss. That's actually the main gun. So you can pay attention to that because what's going to happen is the main tank is going to go grab keys because it's going to be Chunguses again. And speak of the devil, the Chungus is here. Chungus will spawn right side first on phase 4. I was able to get my turret down. I took a little bit of damage, but now I have to make sure I take out any ads coming out of that door and then help on the Chungus. The faster you get the Chungus down, the faster the tank can grab the key and get we can get the main gun down, and you can phase quicker. That's 1 Chungus down, and we got 2 to go. So the Chungus are going to go right, left, and right. So we're going to have to deal with 2 Chunguses on the right hand side during phase 4. Now, another important thing to recognize is that there's one other thing you have to worry about is now there's little machine guns on the actual train itself. You'll see them come out. They'll have little green dots on them. If you're not dealing with a Chungus, there's no snipers, and you're not dealing with any ads, shoot the little green dots, because what happens is it actually gets the machine gun from shooting anymore. It actually stops it from shooting. So it's important to help the tank out so people take less damage. And lastly, don't forget about mortars, which you can see me right here stand in one and take a mortar right to the face. Don't do this. It doesn't help your healers or your group. The other thing you gotta watch out for, remember, don't forget about the chain gun behind you, because it will strafe to the right and stagger you and just do damage, and we'll take you out once in a while. Just be careful in there. And as you can see by the Iron Horse health bar, our tank has actually put the last key in and we destroyed it. So now it's time to phase it. We're gonna take the boss down to no bars, and we're gonna phase and basically go hide in the middle again. And phase 5, which is not really a phase, is super easy. All you have to do is run out and DPS the boss and you win. So once it's all clear, just run straight ahead to the boss's hidey hole and just DPS her once she comes out, and you win. Now, we're going to go show you the left side. The left side is basically the same as the right side, but I'll just show you positioning and stuff like that. Otherwise, it's identical. The phases are identical. You're dealing with 1 door, snipers, and all that. So for the front left, obviously we're gonna, once we ready to get out of the garage, we're gonna run to the left side. Now the ads are gonna spawn quicker, so they're gonna be out of the door and already moving. So you're gonna have to come over here and actually do some DPS as you go across. So make sure you take out any ads that previously spawned, and then we're gonna move into position behind the truck over here. All right, so once the initial set of ads is all taken care of, we're gonna actually go back around the truck here, and same as the right side, we're gonna drop our turret right here. It offers good views of the door where they come out of and any snipers that spawn up top, but yet it won't shoot the boss as she's running around the middle because of the truck on the right hand side of it. So once our turret is out, we're just gonna hide behind this truck. We're gonna use this just like the Crucible was on the other side. So unfortunately we don't peek right, we only peek left. So it's not as ideal, but it'll work. Watch out once again, snipers, ads, Chungus, and then watch out for mortar rounds and watch out for the gun strafing to the left. And that's really it, guys. This side, I'm not going to go over the whole thing. It's the rest of it's identical. It would just be a waste of time. So just remember those couple key points, right? Kill anything that comes out of the door, kill snipers on your side, kill Chungus on your side, look around to help others. Don't stand in red circles either. That is about all you need to know to run front DPS positions left and right on Boss 4 and Iron Horse. And I hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. If you did, please hit that like button below and leave a comment if you have any questions. I'll do my best to answer them. If you'd like to see more content like this, then please smash that subscribe button. And you can also follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Maniacrity, where I stream Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evening starting at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, agents, happy hunting.